The Durham Annex has been released, and we now have proof Hillary Clinton committed treason against Trump. This is massive news coming out of this long string we've been uncovering, thanks to Tulsi Gabbard, about the Obama administration, how they attacked Donald Trump and tried to undermine his first presidency. So wild stuff coming out today. But first, before we get started, please like, subscribe. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the support, and to my regular viewers, sorry no live tonight. I will be out of town for the weekend. I will see you guys again on Sunday night. Okay, having said that, let's get right into it. So today they dropped this annex from Durham, and so let me just read this. Newly declassified Durham Annex reveals Hillary Clinton framed Donald Trump with Russian interference plan for the 2016 election. In 2016, CIA Director Brennan briefed President Obama, Vice President Biden, and other officials about intelligence suggesting this plan. So Brennan, the main conspirator here. Brennan's notes indicate Hillary Clinton approved the plan on July 26, 2016. This is 6 months before December 7th, when Obama told them to ignore the evidence Russia didn't do anything and move forward as if they did. Brennan's notes indicate Hillary Clinton. Oh, sorry, I just read that. On September 7th, 2016, the CIA sent an investigative referral to the FBI regarding the alleged plan. In 2017, the CIA assessed the intelligence authenticity and veracity and found it very questionable. And here we have the actual authorized for public release by Chairman Grassley. In the days and weeks following receipt of sensitive intelligence from T1, multiple high-ranking U.S. officials received reports and briefings conveying or summarizing, among other information, the intelligence concerning purported plan by the Clinton campaign. This, my friends, is insane. And Hillary's not going to have any of the kind of immunity that Obama could possibly have. Technofog here plots shows us more of what's in here. From Durham's classified appendix, authentic July 2016 emails discussing Hillary Clinton's plans to demonize Putin and Trump. Predictions the FBI will put more oil into the fire. So they're using our intelligence agencies against us. We knew it. We've known it for years. But now we have absolute proof. Hillary approved the idea about Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections. We have the photos right here. Media analysis on DNC hacking appears solid. This is from Leonard Bernardo, who sent the emails and was part of the whistleblower that helped us find all this. Regarding proving up the DNC DCC hack and leak, in absence of direct evidence, CrowdStrike and Threat Connect will supply the media with info. We're working with George Soros. Soros has direct connections to CrowdStrike. They're working with them to feed the media, to get the media to do this. And they won Pulitzer Prizes on this crap. Oh my God, folks. This is wild. You think we're not going to get arrests at this point? It's going to have to happen. Something's going to have to happen. This is wild stuff. To clarify, intelligence analysts assess the Bernardo emails likely authentic. Durham concluded they were a composite of several emails obtained by Russia. Notable, if Russia wanted to hurt Hillary, these would have been released. So more and more evidence that Russia might have actually been helping Hillary instead of hurting her. And some of the other stuff Russia withheld was a great deal of information regarding her failing health. That also would have been nice to know as voters in this country's elections. But no, they are playing games with us. Another, Kash Patel takes a swipe at Hillary Clinton after he found the Durham Annex buried in a back room, and he promises justice. This revealed a highly classified piece of the Durham report, evidence the Clinton campaign plotted to frame President Trump and fabricate the Russia collusion hoax. This should be a step toward justice. There'll be more to come. Yeah, they found them in burn bags. The FBI was put them in bags to burn them, get rid of them for good, trying to cover it all up. Oh, this goes so deep. I'm going to say, after 4 years of Biden, it's kind of a miracle we're getting this, but it's very exciting. very exciting. Those of us who knew and have known that Obama, Clinton are absolute crooks, this is setting it up for justice. They're seeding out the information, and it's just bombshell after bombshell after bombshell the last few days. The media's been trying to ignore this, but it's going to get much harder to ignore as this happens. And thankfully, the social media sphere, especially X, has been on top of this, spreading it around. And most people now have heard of this, and it's just going to keep happening. More from this. They were literally just sitting around making stuff up about Putin and Trump. Here from this email, great. A whole bunch of material appeared in the press today regarding the subject. It appears the news around Guccifer's Russian background is tightening. I suggest doing something about a task from someone, I don't know, some dark forces like the FBI, for instance, or better yet, Clinton sympathizers, about American websites deploying campaign to demonize the actions of Russia's GRU, acting in accordance to orders by Vladimir Putin, to undermine the forces of good in the elections in the interest of Donald Trump, who is basically an agent of interest. Will that be okay? It says here at the end. My God, man. This is so crazy. And then we have Mike Benz just freaking out over this bombshell that's found in here. It says, what's been classified for 9 years, this is where they cooked up the critical infrastructure hoax that created the legal predicate cover for the entire censorship industrial complex. Remember when they were trying to censor us like crazy under the Biden administration? In the first month, he appointed like basically a minister of truth to go after misinformation, disinformation, all that. And they were kicking us off of Twitter, Facebook, you name it. The censorship complex was bigger than ever. And this is where they cooked it up right here. HRC, that's Clinton, approved Julia's idea about Trump and Russia hackers hampering U.S. elections. That should distract people from her own missing emails, especially if the affair goes to the Olympic level. This point is making the Russian play a U.S. domestic issue. Say something like a critical infrastructure threat for the election to feel menaced, since both POTUS and Vice POTUS have acknowledged the fact they could speed up searching for evidence. Wild, guys. Critical infrastructure threat. That's where they termed it. This, are you guys ready for chaos? Because as this comes out, the demand for arrests and justice is just going to ramp up. It's going to ramp up considerably. And this is almost all Democrats. I'm sure there'll be some Republicans who get hit in the crossfires who are a part of this, especially some of the rhino types. But right now, this is all going after the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton's campaign. So as this grows and as more and more comes out, I mean, this is smoking gun stuff. This is evidence. This is documented evidence. These are official documents, email records, all the kind of stuff you need to put somebody away. I cannot wait to see where they go with this. Turns out the biggest bombshell in the entire Russiagate hoax is a signed confession from George Soros' Open Society. 9 years ago, they structured the entire operation exactly the way I switched my whole life 9 years ago to yell into the wind that it was. Basically, he's saying that Benz has been trying to tell us this for a long time. Switcheroos, powers granted to stop Russian propaganda. So, I mean, Soros owned Obama, Clinton from the beginning. Clinton, here's the old tweets of hers that she posted while conspiring against Trump and organizing this whole thing. Computer scientists have apparently uncovered a covert server linking the Trump organization to a Russian-based bank. It should concern every American that Russia is willing to engage in such hostile acts in order to help Donald Trump become president. Flat out lies, libel, slander. I mean, there's so many ways they can go after her for this. There's going to be so many different charges. I would not be shocked if Hillary is the first one after all this. I mean, Hillary, Brennan, Comey, Clapper, I feel like they're all done. Obama's going to be the tough one because he was president when it happened. And because it dealt with national intelligence, they might, without him being impeached, which good luck, there's not 65 votes in the Senate to impeach him or 67 votes in the Senate to impeach him. But unless he's impeached, he might be able to claim immunity since he was dealing with intelligence as it was a commander-in-chief constitutional act, quote unquote. I don't know. It's going to be interesting how that plays out. But definitely his underlings are going to be busted, and Hillary's going to be one of those. Straight from Tulsi Gabbard. Whistleblower reveals how they were threatened by a supervisor to go along with the Obama-directed Russia hoax intelligence assessment, even though they knew it wasn't credible or accurate. The whistleblower refused. Yesterday, we released his first-hand account of what happened in the crafting of the January 2017 ICA, their years-long efforts to expose the egregious manipulation and manufacturing of intelligence carried out at the highest levels of government and the intelligence community, and how they were repeatedly ignored. Thank you to this whistleblower and others. This is interesting. Others coming forward now. Now that the cat's out of the bag, there's people coming out to spill beans. Excellent stuff. Here's the whistleblower's story. I'm not going to cover that today, but you can go to Tulsi Gabbard's X account and read this for yourself if you'd like. But, I mean, and then she posts this. Read more about our previous releases. New evidence of Obama administration conspiracy. These are official documents now, odni.gov. New evidence uncovers Obama-directed creation of false intelligence report to launch years-long coup. I mean, my God, folks, this is massive. And you know who agrees with me? Tim Pool. Holy F, this is massive. Hillary and Obama admin conspired to undermine and sabotage the U.S. government. Here's the whistleblower again, Leonard Bernardo, with his emails. We have Megyn Kelly calling for Hillary Clinton behind bars. I mean, again, the Epstein stuff, which I'm going to talk about more when I come back, because I listened to some of the people who've been doing the deepest dive research on the Epstein stuff. So there's a story to tell there that is very interesting considering the timing of this Russia stuff. And it's not that the dropping of this Russia stuff is a cover-up. It's much more likely the Epstein attack, trying to attack the Trump administration over the Epstein, is actually the cover-up because of this. As this keeps coming out, I think we have more and more evidence that is exactly what is so. Here's a great post. It says, do you see what's happening? We are being briefed. Trump and his team already know where this trail ends, and they're giving it to the public in digestible chunks. This is not being done flippantly. Rollout is coordinated. It does feel like that. As soon as the chatter dies down on the latest info dump, we get a new one. And that's exactly how you want to do it. You want to roll it out slow so everybody can digest it. Ramifications of this are colossal. Trump would not have committed to a move of this magnitude unless he already had victory securely in hand. Haven't I told you guys that? They never would have done this unless they already had it ready to go. Because if it blows up in their face, that could set back the administration. It could set back future elections for Republicans. They can't afford that mistake. So I really believe that they would not be doing this unless they had everything they needed. They're not just finding this information. Trump knew the entire time. That's true. Trump said Obama was spying on him years ago. This is the public rollout phase. Fact there's structure and coordination in this rollout leads me to believe it is happening. Trump and his team are carefully briefing the public, preparing us for what must be done. Yeah, I do. I think this is the beginning. I completely agree with this. The arrests we've wanted, the justice we've wanted, this is the beginning. And finally, we're not the only one. I'm not the only one saying this. John Brennan is going out there today and doing his damage control. And Scott Adams, the great purveyor of influence and what's the word I'm looking for? Body language, language itself. I mean, he's looking at Brennan and saying Brennan looks really stressed. And the post that this is about, which I'm not going to play the video right now, but he's doing damage control, being exposed as architect of the Russia collusion hoax. When asked if he's worried, Brennan said the DOJ is going to do what they're going to do. That sounds like admission of guilt, like you're in big trouble. Brennan, CIA director, many believe, including myself, that he may have been the guy who basically created Obama, groomed him to be president, and then behind the scenes was running a lot of the Obama administration, Obama's career. And there's interesting stuff on that. We don't have time to go into it today, but let me close on this. This continues to roll out and get more and more egregious. We've already gotten the evidence, the official documentations of Obama directing the Russia stuff towards Trump at the end of his term, right before Trump took office, after he'd won the election. Now we have the smoking gun that Hillary commissioned it 6 months before that. That is election rigging. The stuff with Obama, you could, they already are trying to make the point that it was just political attacks, trying to mess with them. There's nothing criminal. They're going to fight that battle. I think they'll lose it. But the Hillary stuff is much more damning because it is direct interference with an election by another candidate and somebody who worked in the previous presidential campaign or previous administration. So this is getting wilder by the day. I believe this will be soaked up over the weekend. They might drip out some other small stuff, but people are going to be going over this all weekend long. And I expect more and more to start coming out. The question is, when will the uproar get loud enough where the arrests start? I don't think we're that far off. Anyways, God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I will see you all again soon.